Hi, I'm Vicky and welcome to my channel. Hi everyone! Me and Rory prepared something very special for you guys today. Today it's all about upcoming bands.
So the first song we'll be looking at is What Are You Running From by A Reason For This.
I can hear when they slide between a song note and another, which is a bit annoying for me.
I think it's quite a decent song. It sounds very much like a classic sort of acoustic emo song.
Rory said before we recorded this podcast that he enjoys the lo-fi production, but it doesn't work for me. It's not my cup of tea because of the way it's produced and the way it sounds right now. Maybe if they recorded in a way which sounded more polished, I would have been able to enjoy it, to be honest. I think it could use a bit of like a more polished production, you know?
It's pretty decent, to be fair. It's quite easy to listening. I don't think I can see it as the band's number one hit, like from what they've already produced and also in the future. It's just not powerful enough. Writing songs is an easy game. I've written songs myself, and it's not easy. So I'm not slagging them off in any sort of way. It's quite hard to write songs, but just it isn't a good song. I think if you want to look at a better song, Disconnect is a far more enjoyable song.
For me, is their best song so far. It's super relatable, it has a good hook. It could have been a Blink-182 song, and I mean a good Blink-182 song.
It has a bit more of a character, it has a bit more sort of emphasis and enjoyment within it. I wouldn't say this is a loss though, however. Every song written by a musician is another step forward towards like their best work, and I think you should see this more as a stepping stone towards good music. All in all though, it's a very enjoyable hit though. They're on their way to good things, and I say it's a solid 5 out of 10. Definite potential, and I'm looking forward to their future work.
Some songs lack a hook, but they certainly sound as a Blink-182 going acoustic kind of band. Changing stands out for its introspective lyrics, and I think that's the direction they should pursue. If they had a killer bridge in Changing, the song would have been a hit by now, like no jokes. So yeah, I see potential in them. I think they're gonna grow, and yeah.
So we have Press Regret, and they've released their own self-titled EP, which contains 3 tracks. I'm just going to work through them song by song. So you got Carrie. Carrie's a certain aesthetic with it. It's kind of upbeat, but it has a bit of wanting towards it, like you're listening to it.
It also has lovely vocals. It's a good song, definitely an enjoyable experience, thanks to the guitar solo during the bridge. I love how they make the use of their storytelling skills to write the lyrics. It's just really good, an overall great experience.
And you can feel a sort of, it's upbeat, but you can still feel like the creator, the writer, wants something like, and it's quite a sad love song. So that's what I think is wanting love. I look at the guitar in this, however. The guitar throughout the EP is fantastic, but definitely in this song, it shines, especially during the solo. If you want to hear good guitar from this artist, Carrie is the song to listen to. It's phenomenal. We'll next go on to Yellow. Yellow's a quality song.
And I love Yellow, beautiful vocals, delicate, well produced.
It's really enjoyable, it's very wholesome, you're sitting there and you're feeling very sort of laid back, and it's just, you can just listen to it, there's no worries by it. It's not going to be a political statement. It's very calm. And it's just very chilled out, you can lay back with it, you can just listen to it on your bed. It's a nice chill. I don't know why though, it does remind me a lot of Coldplay and Snow Patrol. Whether they're going for that sort of style, I don't know, but it just does give me that vibe.
Like Rory said, this song reminds me of early Coldplay and Snow Patrol.
It's a good song either way though. I wouldn't say it's the strongest on the EP, however. If you want to look for the best song on the EP, I'd say definitely Blacklisted.
All I'm gonna say is absolutely beautiful vocals, awesome production. I love how it gets quieter, almost like a dream pop sound. They start loud with heavier guitars during the intro, then when the vocalist starts singing, it's just a beautiful experience. Once again, I love how they don't overproduce this track. This is where the magic happens. I really like a raw track. I like the female back vocal in parts of the song, definitely adds a special touch. Overall, a magical experience. Reminds me a lot of Stereo Honey, another lovely band.
I'd say it's the highlight of the EP. The combination of the vocals, the instrumental, is definitely the final product is definitely better than the sum of its parts. Absolutely, just it's brilliant. There's a treat for anyone who listens to like soft music but just wants a touch of edge with it. You know, I enjoyed the song very much, and well, it's definitely gone on my playlist.
I can tell how much effort they put into crafting a song, and I really appreciate it.
Very strong EP. I would recommend this to anyone who is looking for some good upcoming artists who do sort of specialize in sort of like soft but edgy, like music. 7 out of 10 for sure. Quality work.
All I'm gonna say is incredible work. Definitely my cup of tea, so press regret. Welcome to my Spotify playlist.
So we have Loverboy, that's with Luverboy.
Loverboy has gorgeous vocals.
I wasn't sure what to think of this artist at first, you know, I sort of sat down, I was like, a bit weird, but I'll give it a listen, I'll give it a chance, and honestly, I'm very glad I did.
Even though I'm not a pop, hip-hop, R&B fan, I can appreciate his music. So I'll let Rory talk more about it, because honestly I don't know much about hip-hop, R&B and pop, and he knows better than me.
Well, the first song I'm going to talk about is Valley of the Rasta. I think it's definitely where he shines most. It captures elements of rock and reggae incredibly well. Definitely rate this song heavily. His soulful lyrics and his soft vocals, just all around enjoyable hit to vibe out and chill to. Like, you can't fault this album. It's like you can't fault the song rather. It's very enjoyable. Definitely on my playlist now. Loverboy definitely has potential, and Via the Rasta perfectly captures this man's talent. He's brilliant. You got White to Grey as well next. It's a very enjoyable song again. The minimal instrumentals, I was quite surprised with this again. This is why it sort of spun.
I love the guitar solo in White to Grey.
You know, it wasn't what I was expecting. And I wasn't a fan the first time I listened to this then, but ultimately if you just sit back and just listen to it, you're going to enjoy it. Like, like the combination of the choir-like vocals, you know, just overlaying vocals, you know, that's fantastic when you just chill out and just sit back and listen to it. And then later on towards the end of the song, he introduced the guitar, and it's a journey. The song's a journey, and it's brilliant. I do thoroughly enjoy it. It ends the song on a high note, and you can't go wrong with the song. Next was Rebound, and a little bit different from Loverboy. It introduces more hip-hop elements from the artist. The previous two songs, they were a bit more sort of chilled out, whereas this song introduced a bit more sort of, it feels a lot more sort of rappy. Not to say there's a bad song. This artist has not failed to deliver just yet. It's brilliant music. His vocals again shine very well on this track, and you can't go wrong with the song. Finally, you got Love Don't Exist in LA. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not particularly a fan of this song. His vocals are strong, don't get me wrong. It's brilliant, well put together, but I don't know. It doesn't hit the same notes as the previous tracks did for me. I don't know. It retains the style, but just doesn't feel as powerful and enjoyable as the other tracks. I don't know whether it feels like it's lacking a bit of energy. Oh no, there's a very good song though, so others may still enjoy it, but just for me personally, I'm not big on it. Other than that, I'd say it's a solid 7 out of 10 from Loverboy. The limited releases he's put out so far is fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Please listen to his music after this podcast. I could really enjoy it, and believe me, if I'm saying something good about pop music, it's like a miracle. Like, it's really, really, really good. So I super recommend him. I Love to Dance by Double A is a mix of All Time Low and Water Parks, which is pretty much two pop punk slash pop rock bands, just to let you all know in case you don't know them.
Like Double A, they sort of give me vibes of A Day to Remember, but a bit more soft, which no way meant to attack Double A. But they do give me a lot of vibes from when I was first going through my sort of pop punk phase. You know, a lot of nostalgia from that age.
I love the guitars. The sound could be more polished though, but I think when they start working with proper producers, it won't be a problem.
I think the song is very well done. It's like the instruments, especially the drums, are very powerful. You know, they're very talented musicians. And they definitely smash whatever they're doing with the song. But I'm not a fan of the chorus. The whole song is, as I said, solid throughout. But then I don't know, it seems to fall a bit flat during the chorus. I don't know. I think the instruments are keeping pace with the vocals throughout. They have their very own distinct sound. But during the chorus, however, like, I don't know, they just seem to sort of take a back seat towards the actual vocals. You know, they just become a bit more sort of background noise. It's good background noise, but it's still just background noise nonetheless. And I don't know, it feels a bit disappointing. The song's good either way, though, and they're good in their own right, but I just feel the instruments could use a bit more breathing room to actually express themselves in the chorus. They express themselves very well, especially during like the bridge towards the end of the song, but I don't know. They're still pretty decent throughout. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to what Double A have to put out later on.
The intro is engaging enough to keep you listening to their song. They definitely use the typical pop punk formula and it works. I just wonder, even though their song is good, how do you think they're gonna differentiate themselves considering that what they do is already out there? Because honestly, I have no idea. It's like they have potential, but I think they need to find their edge. I don't know, this is just my opinion.
And I think the team are incredibly talented, and it should be interesting to see what the future has in store for them. I'd say a solid 6 out of 10.
Thanks so much for listening to this podcast. Please don't forget to check on these amazing bands and don't forget to subscribe down below as usual. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!